Howdy, Space Rangers, Captain Phoenix here. I know it's been a while, trust me, I know. I wish I could have made videos, but I was really busy. Damn, it's been a busy week. I actually had like a bunch of other plans I was gonna make. For example, like I know the Sing 2 trailer came out and I was like really excited for that. So I was gonna react to the trailer and I was gonna give my thoughts on it, what I thought of the first Sing movie, how I'm excited for the second Sing movie. Weirdly enough, even though it's like such a mediocre franchise, but you know, it's whatever, it's neither here nor there. I feel like it's too late to react to the trailer anyway. There's also another skit I was gonna make, like the first guy to use money. Then I saw like there was this little kid who was a Ryan George fan, and I'm like, damn, I can't steal that kid's credit. I'm too nice for that. So yeah, I just had a bunch of videos I was gonna make. All of them are now botched, so maybe I'll do another botched script series. Who knows? Anyways, we're not talking about that today. We're talking about Luca, and I feel like it fits because last week I made a Luca video giving my reviews on my review on the movie, and I guess before that movie came out, I made a theory on the movie. So this video is not reacting to my review; it's reacting to the theory I made some time ago, a couple of months ago. I haven't watched my review since I made it, so this will also be sort of like a fast time reaction. I want to see what I said in this theory. And now that the movie is out, sort of line it up with the movie. I obviously know that I'm probably gonna be wrong because I made a theory based on a teaser trailer, not even an actual trailer, a teaser trailer. So I bet you I'm gonna be wrong about my theory on Luca. But anyways, the movie's out, so let's make fun of myself. Before I start, anyways, I might as well just even say what I actually thought of Luca in case you haven't watched my review. I think it was a good movie. I feel like the animation is really awesome. I like how the characters are sort of like claymation style, almost like Iron Man animation to an extent. And I really like, I don't know, like the 3D aesthetic on them. It's like claymation meets 3D with the character designs, and then the whole world has this nice, relaxing cartoon vibe to it. I love the colors just pop out on screen. Obviously, I love the characters. I love the dynamic with everyone. Luca and Alberto and Massimo, the boys and Julia, and you know, it was really good. I even have another Luca theory I'm planning to release in the future, hopefully today. And yes, this theory will be based on the movie, not like talking about the movie itself. Like the theory I'm gonna be talking about today is predicting the movie, whereas the theory I'll be making later is talking about the movie itself and how that could affect the story later on. I don't know. I really like Luca. It's a 9 out of 10 movie. Love the voice cast. Love basically everything about it. I do feel, for example, like the ending was not really rushed, but it was kind of like in a hurry to like wrap things up. Like everything was like feeling like it was like finishing off too quickly. Like, oh yeah, we need to finish this. So like, it's fine. So the ending wasn't bad. I wouldn't say it was rushed. I just feel like they were kind of in a hurry to wrap things up. But that's enough from me. I've probably talked for like 5 minutes straight. Let's look into the theory I was talking about how Luca fits into the Pixar theory. Without further ado, let's begin. Very short, but let's get into it without much in the way. So, the video I want to talk about today is how Luca will fit into the Pixar theory. For those who don't know, the Pixar theory is the belief that is not the belief, but it's sort of like a fan headcanon. It's like where a bunch of Pixar fans come together and we sort of like make this big theory, trying to connect all Pixar movies. We sort of yes, just a Pixar theory. All Pixar movies are connected in one universe and they all tie into each other. And I was trying to put Luca into that mix. So let's just go ahead and see where I did that. Story, instead of taking place in different universes, they're all like one big franchise. It's sort of like the Pixar MCU. That's kind of what the Pixar theory. So, personal, obviously I'm not going to give the whole Pixar theory because again, time. So I'm just going to give my quick thoughts on where I think it could go. I think Luca could fit in between Monsters Inc. and most likely Soul. So as we know, according to the Pixar theory, Soul is the last addition to the franchise that takes place before Monsters Inc. Monsters Inc. is said to take place, I am half naked. Alright, so before I became half naked, what I meant to say is that Soul was sort of like the last part of the Pixar timeline before we got to Monsters Inc. and beyond. So the main thing with the Pixar theory is that Monsters Inc. is sort of in the far future. That the monsters are actually people who just evolved to become monsters. This is due to like the leftover radiation on Earth from the movie WALL-E that affected humans. So radiation on Earth affected the humans when they came back. Humans evolved with the radiation and turned into monsters, and that's why Monsters Inc. takes place in the far future. And you might be wondering, hey then, the monsters in Monsters Inc. use doors to access the human world. How is that possible? Well, simple. The doors are actually time machines. The doors actually time travel back to before the humans left Earth, you know, pre-Wall-E. So that's kind of how the Pixar theory split up: pre-Wall-E and post-Wall-E. And so the way I say this is with the way like the whole time travel thing works is that movies like Inside Out and Soul and even Coco to an extent all take place post Wall-E. This is when the humans have come back to Earth and they're trying to grow the Earth again. So that's why the timeline sort of shifts. So that's why in pre-Wall-E we have like a set calendar, and in post-Wall-E it's like the calendar sort of resets. That's why in Inside Out the timeline is still 2015, in Coco it's still 2017, and in Soul it's still 2020. So that's why there's not much change. However, Monsters Inc. again takes place in the far future when they reset the calendar again. So there were 3 calendar changes throughout the Pixar theory. Just clearing that up. And I'm gonna assume Luca takes place in 2021. I'm just assuming it takes place in the modern day based on what we know about the movie. And now they want to and so now humans are repopulating the Earth. The problem is, since humans have been away from Earth for so long, some of them are mutating, and the belief is that humans became monsters in the future because they're mutating. And so my personal belief is that Luca takes place after Soul, which takes place in present day, and Monsters Inc., which takes place in the far future. That's where humans are. Reason being, I say, because as we see, Luca and his buddy are sea monsters, and the world doesn't take kindly to sea monsters. So meaning that this must be in a period of time where monsters are on the rise, but at the same time they aren't loved by the people, or at the very least, they're not appreciated by the people. As we see, Luca and his buddy are actually hunted down by the Italian people. They're not. So that's kind of what my theory was. Again, as I mentioned, the Pixar timeline sort of has like a reset calendar 3 times, but with that reset calendar we also have the rise of different things. At first it was like the rise of animals, then it was the rise of the machines. So with the rise of animals we got movies like Finding Nemo, Ratatouille, and the rise of the machines had things like The Incredibles, or again Wall-E, when the humans were forced to flee Earth and the robots were to clean the up the Earth. And as I mentioned with the Pixar theory, when the humans come back, they sort of mutate into monsters. And so my theory was that with Luca, this would be like the 3rd rising. So we had animal uprising, we had machine uprising. So it would make sense that if the last uprising we got would be monster uprising, because we sort of need an explanation. How the heck do we get monsters from Monsters Inc. and the humans from Soul and such? Like, where is that bridge? How the heck do we go from humans to monsters? And yes, as I mentioned, it was due to the radiation from the Earth in Wall-E, or like whatever mutation we got from the Earth. But I feel like Luca is a perfect explanation for this. Luca is a transition period in between Soul and Monsters Inc. So again, Soul is where we get to see regular humans and whatnot. This is in present day. And Monsters Inc., as I mentioned, is in the far future. So Luca would take place after Soul, but before Monsters Inc., when monsters are starting to rise up and humans don't like them. And it even makes sense if you think about it, because the sea monsters in Luca act a lot like humans. They have neighborly competitions. They take care of water sheep. Fish sheep, sheepfish, I don't know. Again, they take care of crabs like we see Luca's dad do. And again, the neighborhood competitions like we see his mom do with the dolphin sounds. And so we see that the sea monsters in Luca are really not that different from the humans on the surface. If anything, they're more alike than we think they are. And I know that's the whole message of the movie. It doesn't matter who you are, as long as you do good, or blah blah blah, don't hide your true self, whatever. And ignore that notification. But basically what I'm saying is that the sea monsters act a lot like humans. And yeah, you could say, well, maybe they're acting like humans because they live near humans. Or maybe they're acting like humans because they used to be humans. And that's what the theory is that, again, Luca takes place sometime before Monsters Inc. This is when the humans have mutated and they've turned into monsters. The other humans aren't like this. They're like, ew, no, you guys are monsters, gross. And so these sea monsters are forced into the water to hide and and now they live in the water as sea monsters. However, these are just the first sparks of monsters, because think about it again, with the theory of evolution, they say that we started off from fish or whatever, like, that's where life was first created. So think about it, in monster terms, wouldn't the first monsters have to come from the water, like how life first started in the oceans? Bum, bum, bum. So I feel like with Luca, it just makes perfect sense. We have the rise of monsters. The monsters start in the water, or at the very least, they're chased into the water. However, as time passes, more humans turn into mutants, and the mutants become monsters, and now they start populating the Earth. That's why all the monsters in Monsters Inc. used to be humans. They're just monsters now. And it just so happened that Luca was the beginning of this. Luca was the first stage, sort of like the first stage in this evolution thing, where monsters start rising up out of the water onto the land. Hell, the end of Luca shows that, him and his family are now sharing the world with humans. That his family can live on land with the humans, and the humans come to visit the sea monsters in the water. So I personally feel like this theory does work really well, that Luca fits in between Soul and Monsters Inc. Soul being the last piece of the puzzle to present day. Soul takes place in the year 2020. This is in present day Pixar. However, move a bit to the future. We see humans are slowly starting to mutate and become monsters. And so the humans shun them and chase them into the water. This is where the monsters begin to evolve and become true monsters. The monsters come out of the water and they're like, hey, yo, buddy, what's up? We want to live with you humans because we're seeing you guys also starting to mutate. And they're like, really? We're mutating too? Crap. Turns out we're monsters too. And so humans and monsters start getting together because they're all monsters. Bum, bum, bum. And so from Luca, and again, Luca is the first stage in this. This is where we get to see the monsters rise up out of the water. Jump to Monsters Inc. Now monsters can live wherever, or at least monsters live on land like normal people. They have cars, they have jobs, just like normal people do. Why? Because they used to be people. And that is how Luca fits into the Pixar theory. My word is law. Before humans evacuated the earth. So that's why I think Luca is that he and his buddy are sea monsters, and that they're like the very early monsters. Like these are the pioneer monsters. These are the blueprints of the monsters that we'll see in Monsters Inc. So exactly as I was saying, I probably should have cut that explanation down a lot. Like I've probably made this video like half an hour long, but that's basically what I was saying. Guys are before Monsters Inc. Like they are the earliest monsters, and before Monsters Inc. Like they are the earliest monsters, and then over time more and more humans become monsters as they evolve into monsters, and boom, Monsters Inc. So that's my personal theory on what Luca is. Obviously we'll get Monsters Inc. So I think Luca falls into that area where humans do return to the earth, they try and repopulate it, as we get to see with Italy here, and then humans slowly evolve into monsters because, again, the earth was a toxic wasteland for like 700 years. So humans slowly mutate and evolve into monsters, leading up to Monsters Inc. That's my personal theory. Again, can't wait to be proven wrong. But I know like the first half of this video is just garbo, but that is my personal view. But this takes place after Soul, after all Cars and Wall-E, and it takes place before Monsters Inc., where we get to see the rise of the monsters and how the world gets used to it, or tries to adapt to these new monsters that are rising as now humans become them. Anyways, guys, that's my quick theory on what I think Luca. And so now that we've come to the end of the video, originally I was gonna label this video as Captain Phoenix debunks his own theory, but now that the movie has come out, because I did mention in the video I'm gonna wait until the movie comes out to prove me wrong. Now that the movie has come out, this video has gone from Captain Phoenix debunks his own theory to Captain Phoenix proves his own theory. Again, it makes perfect sense. The sea monsters live like normal people. Again, they rear fish, sheep, they have neighborhood contests, they do all that fun stuff. And in Monsters Inc., they go to work, they have homes, they, get money. They're not just running around the city. And as we see, again, from what I mentioned, Luca is just the first blueprints. Like, these are the first monsters to start climbing out the water. I mean, hell, the parallels are just too much. As I mentioned, water, first life was created. I just feel like this is a really good theory. So again, it's not confirmed. The Pixar theory is not confirmed by Pixar themselves. This is just a fan headcanon while the fans get together. But now that I've seen the movie, I feel more confident than ever in saying that Luca does indeed fit into the Pixar theory. The Super Cullen brothers, if you're watching this, please, like at least let me know, like credit me, or like just be like, hey, Captain Phoenix, this dude is cool, he came up with it before us, or just you don't even have to credit me, just be like, hey, we found this cool Pixar theory, he's a cool fan. But yeah, anyways, that's all I got for you guys today on Luca and how it fits into the Pixar theory. I'll be sure to change my video title. That'll take forever, but it's fine. I'm fine. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Hope I didn't ramble on for too long. Hope it just wasn't boring nonsense. And yeah, tell me, what did you think of Luca, and where do you think it fits into the Pixar theory? Leave all thoughts and suggestions down in the comments below. Be sure to like if you like, subscribe if you haven't already, hit that notification bell to be part of the team. And again, I need your comments, please. Oh, and share to the Super Cullen brothers. Without further ado, guys, I've been Captain Phoenix. Thank you so very much for watching, and with that, I will see you in another universe.